For Invision Shelter Network.
I'm David. I'm Justin.
I'm Adela.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Gerardo.
And I'm Desiree. Invision Shelter Network is located on 184th Street, on 11th Street. Their goal is to take in women and children who are coming out of homelessness. They take them in for up to two years, and the point of the program is to help them get back on their feet. And they recently started taking in men, and so now they have a surplus of donations of men's clothing. And they have no place to store the clothing. And so our goal now, this is just pictures of the facility. And so our goal now is design a storage cabinet so they have more places to store all of the clothes that they have just had donations for. And if we do this successfully, she was saying she had plans to put in more computers and even start having classes in Word, Excel, and all kinds of other processing things for the adults who are there, so that they will be more prepared for job interviews and stuff like that. Our constraints would be, of course, our price limit with $200. We have to go down 2 flights of stairs to get into the basement where we'll have to keep this. So we have to make it lightweight but still very sturdy, and it can't be over 3 feet in width. Otherwise there'll be no way to even get it in the building. And there's a lot of clothes. There's like a table from the edge of this wall to like the edge of this wall just stacked with clothing. So it's gonna be a challenge. This is the clothing. And there's still clothing underneath it. Oh, and there's clothing everywhere. There's children, there's women. Oh, yeah. You could go ahead and start the ideas.
Alright, so this is our design number 1. This is the most basic idea that we thought of. Our idea here was to make it it was 4 feet by 3 feet by 2 feet. At the beginning, after we thought about making only 2 feet in depth, because I think that's enough space to store even shoes. And also that way we can also make it into the building by turning it around instead of making it go to the other side. Also here we thought about making half and half. So you can see that half of the cabinet has 3 holes and one bar. This is like similar to the closets that we have. That way we can hang clothes, which is movable. That's why the bar, you can move it from the top to the bottom to 1 different kinds of level between clothing. And for the sides, we also did the same thing. We thought about it, but instead we use shelves. So you can, they'll be able to move it around. For example, if they need more space in the bottom, they can just take it off or even just make it higher. So that way it gives them the opportunity to have different storing areas for different items depending on their size, instead of just being set and just having to deal with just what do you have.
Okay, so this is our second idea. It is like, it's also half and half. So the bottom part is where you could like store like clothes and like fold them, and you can put shoes and other things like ties and but yeah, so, and then on the top part we would have a rod that would, made out of wood, that we could hang clothes on, because they do need a lot of stuff to be hanged. It is also 4 feet by 2 feet by 5 feet. And, oh yeah, she did say something about boxes, or like bins. She said something about bins, so there would be enough room to like place bins on top of this. Yeah. Next one.
So this one, as you can already see, is pretty bold since it originally came out pretty light, the image. But as you can see on the sides, there's 2 columns of shelves where you can put anything you really need to, clothes, shoes, and there's 2 rods over here for hanging clothes as well. And there's also removable holes in the shelves so you can move it around. As well on the bottom is a rotating platform where we can put shoes, anything you need for convenient access.
Alright, so we actually have a 4th design, since then it's more of like a combination of all really. So basically what you have on the sides from the previous idea, I guess, so it would be like a cabinet style or cubby style, as some would say. So you would use like different cubbies to like store different articles of clothing. And I brought in the rotating wheel design, but towards the top, so like you could rotate around clothes. And I guess then for the bottom, that's where the bins would go, as they said. So you could just easy access where you could just pull it out and always push it back in if you need to.
Dave, you done?